Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Speedbreaker, and today we're gonna take a look at the different game capture software that is out there. And I kind of want to give you guys some tips and tricks on what software you should be using, what kind of frame drop you're gonna be expecting, and what kind of file size you can expect from the different software solutions. So basically, when I first started recording my gameplay, I was of course trying to record with Fraps. Fraps is kind of the most the most known program to record your gameplay in, and it's probably also the most easy to set up. So you have Fraps here. You've got like a tab to save your folder, like your files in. You've got a start and stop hotkey. You can choose which frame rate you want to record in, half or full size. Some audio settings here. It's really straightforward. You can also do some screenshots here and some benchmarking, which is actually pretty awesome. I didn't know about this until I just checked it out before, so that's pretty awesome. It's a pretty easy tool to use, and as you can see in Battlefield 4, you have like the frame on the bottom left corner. So now I'm going to be recording a 20-second segment, and I just want to see what the frame rate is going to be doing and also how big the file in the end is going to be. Alright, so only recording with Fraps yields me about 100 frames, 90 to 100. It's kind of interesting because the frame counter in the left corner and the one in the right is kind of different. But you can see there's a significant frame drop when I'm recording and when I'm not recording. As you can see, it drops me below, oh my god, it's like a 60-70 frame drop just because I'm recording with Fraps, which of course gives you a huge disadvantage when trying to play competitively. So now we're going to be taking a look at Dxtory, and Dxtory is pretty much bigger. It has way more options to configure your program, and it's also more complicated. So for beginner, Dxtory might look a little bit weird. However, it's actually pretty easy to use. So basically, here we've got like the counter where you want to have like your FPS counter, what colors they're going to be in recording and non-recording status, which folder you want to be recording into. Pretty straightforward. You can also do like a speed test here, and if it's about 150, 130, you should be fine for 1080p 30 FPS footage. You can set up your start and stop hotkeys, also for screenshots. You have this is probably the most important tab, like the video tab, where you should be using some different codec than the normal Dxtory codec, which makes it lag a little bit more. I'm using the Lagarith lossless codec here with these settings right here, which are pretty much straightforward. And of course, I'm also recording in 30 FPS. And the rest is pretty much straightforward, as I already said. The good thing about Dxtory is that you can set up multiple audio tabs. So basically here I'm having... this is pretty much stupid. I have different tabs for the microphone for some of my sound speakers and for the other ones. So basically I can have multiple lines where it records in, so I can kind of split up the audio from the recording, so I don't have all the audio on the same recording as it would be in Fraps. And the rest is pretty much straightforward, processing threads 8, and that's pretty much it. So let's have a look at Dxtory in game. And again, we're going to be doing a 20-second clip and comparing the sizes to the ones we got from Fraps. So I just started in the game, and as you can see, the frame dropped to about 150, 30, 20. It's kind of hard to gauge. But the frame drop is significantly less with Dxtory. However, there's still some frame drop, as you can see here. And we're going to stop right now. And now let's take a look at the different file sizes, actually. So we have recorded, those are not very important. We've got this of 20 seconds, and we have got Dxtory raw. Let me just go in here real quick. So we have these two clips. This one's 20 seconds, and this one is 20 seconds. And let's compare the sizes. As you can see, this here has got a size of 430 megabytes, whereas the one from Fraps has got a size of 1.12 gigs. That's a pretty hefty difference here. Overall, I think Dxtory is the definitely better way to go. There's just so much more you can actually do in Dxtory and adjust. And also, if I'm going to be dragging and dropping these clips into Sony Vegas. So we've got Fraps, just one audio track, and we've got Dxtory, and as you can see, we've got multiple audio tracks for Dxtory. If I were to be talking on one, if I had TeamSpeak on another one, we could separate those tracks, of course, and make it just way better than it is in Fraps. So these are the two files. One is from Fraps, one is from Dxtory. So now that we've talked about Fraps and Dxtory, and Dxtory is the clear winner for me, I want to talk about another gaming recording solution, and that is ShadowPlay. Now, if you own a NVIDIA GeForce 670 or something like that or higher, you can use ShadowPlay, and ShadowPlay is just like godlike. ShadowPlay is probably the best recording solution in my opinion, because it literally has no impact on your frames whatsoever. So now we're going to be taking a look at ShadowPlay itself, just ShadowPlay, trying to record a ShadowPlay and see what the frames are going to be doing. And as you can see, the frames don't drop at all. That's why this is godlike. There is no frame drop whatsoever, not even a single frame. It's ridiculous. Since this is all working on the graphics card themselves, it's just godlike. And again, we've got those 20 seconds, and the file size is even smaller. As you can see, it's only 103 megabytes. Now, this is of course because of the smaller data rate. It's only working at, let me see, you can actually change this here. Sorry, right here. At 50 megabits per second. Now, something else which is pretty amazing if you compare ShadowPlay to Dxtory is the fact that ShadowPlay records at 60 FPS. That's right. If I set Dxtory to 60 FPS, my game is gonna lag like shit. Seriously. ShadowPlay, no lag whatsoever. Recording in 60 FPS, 1080p at 50 megabits per second, which is totally fine. It looks crisp, it looks smooth, it looks just amazing. And another pretty amazing feature of ShadowPlay is, and their name comes from, is the shadow recording. So basically this has this function that you can hit the hotkey, which is Alt F10 right here, which basically then saves the last 5 minutes. So basically when something amazing happened in game and you didn't record, you can just hit that hotkey and it's gonna save the file to the hard drive, and you still got that recording even though you didn't really record. And that's just amazing. That's just like, there's been so many instances in Battlefield 3, for example, where I was playing and I kind of shot down the chopper 10 kilometers away with my RPG and it didn't record. I was like, fuck, no! With ShadowPlay, that is not a problem anymore. I can just hit the hotkey and it's saved on my hard drive. Boom! Now, setting up ShadowPlay is also pretty easy. You've got like the folder to save in your stuff. You've got some very basic options that you can change. If you want to just be recording background stuff, if you want to stream, you can actually stream. However, since it's only window mode, it doesn't support window mode yet. It's gonna stop the stream whenever you alt tab, so it's not the best option for streaming. You can have how long you're gonna be shadow playing. You're gonna be shadow recording basically. The quality, which I have on 50 megabits per second, 1080p, 60 FPS. You can change this, of course, according to what you want. And the audio if you want the game as well as your mic. Unfortunately, the mic quality isn't that great yet, but I think since this is only the beta, they're going to be improving upon the possibilities here and the things that you can change a lot. So it's going to be really amazing in the future, and I'm really looking forward to what they're going to be coming up next with. Now, if we're going to be recording ShadowPlay and Dxtory at the same time, I want to see how the quality difference is from Dxtory, which is a lossless codec, of course, to ShadowPlay, which is the H.264 codec. All right, so in order to do that, I'm gonna have to change my start and stop capture to. I'm gonna have to change this to this plus this, which is the same key as it is in ShadowPlay. There we go. And let's just compare some gameplay. Let's just spawn in here. Oh, that was slick. That was slick. I just started recording on both Dxtory and ShadowPlay, and it lags my PC pretty much because I'm recording on both systems. But we're just gonna be comparing the quality of these two footage of the two here real quick in a second, and I think that was already enough. I mean, shooting down that chopper real quick, that was like a bouse, of course, but that's basically what I'm doing. You know? I'm awesome. Okay, let's stop it. Now let's compare ShadowPlay to Dxtory directly. So we've got this file here, which is the Dxtory file, and we've got this file here. Excuse all the fuss. this file here, I suppose. Yeah, which is the Shadowplay file. And as you can see, those are equally long, more or less, I guess. And we're just going to be comparing, first of all, the size, of course. So we've got the first clip on Dxtory, which took 35 seconds and is already 1.4 gigs big. Whereas in Shadowplay, the same clip is only 234 megabytes of size. This is like, it's such a huge compression. And the quality difference is, I would say, almost negligible. All right, so I just synced it up that the two clips are equally in time, almost, I suppose. And as you can see, I'm just going to be switching between Dxtory and the Fraps view, Dxtory and the Shadowplay view of things. Now here it doesn't fit up that well. There we go. So basically, let's just look at this in full screen. Or maybe not in full screen. Let's just make this really big here. And as you can see, we've got the Shadowplay recording here. And this is the Dxtory recording. Now, the Shadowplay recording is somewhat less vivid in colors, if you compare it. It's a little bit more dull, a little bit more whitish, but with the proper color correction, you can basically just make it look pretty much the same as the Dxtory recording. If we compare quality-wise, it just looks pretty much the same. Like, if you're looking on the ground, the rubble and everything, maybe a frame words. There we go. As you can see, there is no difference. This is Shadowplay, this is Dxtory, Shadowplay, Dxtory. Pretty much the same quality. Files are about 10 times smaller. And if you can use Shadowplay, then definitely go ahead and use Shadowplay. It's such an amazing tool to record in, especially with the shadow functionality here. And in my opinion, this is just amazing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope that helped you out a little bit in deciding what kind of game capture recording software you want to be using. And as always, thanks for watching, have a good one, and until next time, cheers!